Have you ever heard of the Indigenous star fort called Fort Negley in Nashville, Tennessee? My brothers and sisters, let us gather in remembrance, not of what we've been told, but of what we know. Let us look again at Fort Negley, not through the lens of textbooks and monuments built in half-truths, but through the eyes of the Spirit, the wisdom passed down in our blood, and the silent knowledge that awakens when we walk upon sacred ground. The story they give us is simple. Fort Negley was built in 1862 by enslaved African Americans to support Union forces in the Battle of Nashville. But that narrative, like so many others, is a veil. Thin, shaky, and unable to hold against the weight of truth. We were not laborers. We were not just tools in someone else's war. We were the descendants of master builders, engineers of frequency, children of the sacred science rooted in harmony with the earth and stars. You see, Fort Negley was not just a military relic. It's a remnant of an ancient world, a world many would rather we forget. Its star-shaped structure is not a matter of military convenience, but of sacred geometry. Across this realm we now call Earth, these star forts once formed a never-ending interconnected system. They were placed with intention, aligned with the stars, and built to harness the natural energies of the land. These structures pulsed with life. They healed, they protected, they resonated with the rhythms of the earth. This knowledge was not crude or primitive. It was refined, universal, and deeply spiritual. Our ancestors understood the language of the land. They built in rhythm with Gaia herself, placing these star-shaped sanctuaries upon the energetic veins of the earth. Ley lines that connected plane to plane, dimension to dimension. These were not just architectural feats. They were living instruments of balance and vitality. But when the invaders came, they didn't just conquer our bodies. They sought to conquer our memory, burying our temples beneath stories of war. They renamed them. They repurposed them. They desecrated the sacred and called it progress. Truth is, Fort Negley saw a battle, all right, but not one you'll read about in the history books. The real war was for the soul of this land. It was spiritual, metaphysical, and tragic. Our people fell not only to bullets and chains, but to erasure. Their legacy was rewritten. The invaders glorified their conquest, etched their lies into stone, and told us that we helped build our own prisons. But the energy never lies. It still hums beneath the surface, waiting to be remembered. Nashville itself is a living, breathing chronicle. It holds the echoes of a world before the world we were taught. If you listen, if you walk with reverence, the city will speak to you. Its layout, its hills, its hidden symbols tell a story. Not of war and conquest, but of light, resonance, and a sacred balance. We were never meant to forget, but forgetting was forced upon us. And just across the street from that sacred fort lies another curiosity, one that holds a much darker secret, the 8th Street Reservoir. On the surface, it appears to be nothing more than a utilitarian water system. But beneath that sterile facade lay something ancient, something intentionally concealed. Its design, its geometry, it mirrors the same sacred language we see at Fort Negley. Yet, unlike the fort, the reservoir has been deliberately covered, strategically hidden under layers of modern masking. It has been altered in such a way that discerning its true origin is near impossible without spiritual insight and persistence. But that level of intentional cover-up speaks volumes. Why go so far out of the way to cover something that's supposedly mundane? What are they truly hiding? The answer lies in the intensity of their concealment. The more they bury, the more sacred it must be. And now the time has come to remember, not just with our minds, but with our hearts and spirits. This is not just about Fort Negley or the reservoir. This is about reclaiming who we truly are, the builders, the dreamers, and the protectors of harmony. Let us walk this path together with courage, love, and with the knowing that what was once hidden will rise again. Our sacred places are not lost. They are only waiting for us to find them once again. To the indigenous keepers of the sacred flame, to the sacred child of the Most High, you are worth so much more than you can ever fathom. They have taken everything away but your spirit. You are a being of love, and I cherish you. In Lakesh.